Hi Lori, I wanted to make a quick video to show you some of the features of the puppet and some of the ways you care for it, just to keep it in good condition for as long as possible. So I have your minty green puppet sitting here. As you'll notice, and this is kind of a first for me and I'm pretty stoked about it, your puppet has legs. It's not something I typically do, but the more I thought about you potentially working with kids one-on-one, I thought it was important that it actually looked more lifelike. And obviously if you can set it down next to you, I feel like that's a little bit more possible. So the inside of this body is foam. Unlike most of my puppets from the past, I've usually used limp bodies. But I wanted, like I said, I wanted you to be able to set her down. So I'll show you the inside here. So that's the inside of her body. And effectively it just makes it possible for her to sit down on her booty. Arm rods on both sides. Lori, I want you to know that in the right hand of this puppet, there are what's called armatures, and it makes it possible for you to pose the fingers on this side. So you could theoretically do a thumbs up or give a peace sign or hang loose. Technically, you can't flip the bird with a puppet because there are only 4 fingers on a puppet, so there's not a middle finger. Little known puppet fact. I just made that up. One of the things you're going to want to know is how to store this puppet. So I, a lot of times, use a tripod, a simple tripod that I set the puppet down on like so. But the important part is, Lori, is that you don't lay this puppet down on its face for extended periods of time, because what will happen is, just like with you know, the same way that you can get bedhead, a puppet can get almost permanent bedhead. Now, if you ever lay this puppet down for an extended period of time and it's on its face and all of a sudden it's been laying like this for 3 months and you're having trouble getting the fur to go back down, you just take a hair dryer and very gently blow it and comb it. But the most important part is just to not lay it on its face, if at all possible, to store it upright, and occasionally use a big fat comb, just like you do your own hair. In order to work this puppet, you're going to enter it, rather than entering the puppet through the bottom like you would a smaller puppet, you enter this puppet through the back of its head. Otherwise, your arm isn't long enough to get all the way up into the top. Another thing, on the inside of this puppet, something that looks like this. This is the mouth plate. It's a piece of wood. There's one on the top and there's one on the bottom of the mouth. So there's one up here and there's one down here. This is what your hand looks like on the inside of that puppet. On the top of that plate, there are 4 elastic finger holes, if you will, on the top. You don't have to put all 4 of your fingers in there. They're all different sizes. There's at least 1 finger hole on the top of that mouth plate that's going to fit you. And you really only have to have 1 to control the puppet. There's also one on the bottom where your thumb would be, down here. You don't have to use that if you don't want to, but it's there if you want to. Some people only want to put their thumb in the bottom. Some people want to use just the top. But there are multiple finger holes on the top mouth plate so that anybody with any size hand should be able to get a really good hold on this puppet, because as you'll notice when you get it, it's heavy. This is easily, I haven't measured, actually I'll measure her right now. Yeah, this puppet is easily from the tip of its head to its feet, when it's not setting, it's easily 50 inches. When it's sitting, it's probably a little bit closer to 36 inches. But here's your girl. I think you're gonna love her. She's super cute. I love the way her legs and her arms turned out. Oh, here's her tongue. I don't think I showed that to you guys yet. It's kind of lifelike. It's even got taste buds on it. So, oh, and you'll notice on the back, there's a label that says Love Cells. If you don't want that on there, if you're using this for stage and people are gonna see the front and the back of this puppet, all you have to do is snip those 4 little knots on either side of the tag and it'll come right out. I think that's it. I hope you love her. I think she turned out super cute. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. So that's it.